Welcome back to Cloudbase Scents, a fresher take on fragrances. I'm your host, Joey. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch another one of my fragrance reviews. I greatly appreciate having you along for the ride. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you can follow me on all my future fragrance journeys. Today, I am so happy to bring you one of my favorite fragrances to wear during the summertime now. And since I live at the ocean front, I'm right on the Atlantic Ocean on the boardwalk on the beach. Every day I wake up, I get to see the beach, and this definitely, if I'm away from here, definitely brings me back home. And if you want the smell of the beach and you want that kind of outdoorsy feel that you get, that oceanic vibe, you're really going to appreciate this one. It's by the house of Davidoff, and it's called Cool Water Wave. Cool Water Wave is a huge improvement as far as my opinion is concerned over the original Cool Water and even Cool Water Intense. While I like those fragrances and they have their place in the fragrance community, I have much more of an appreciation for this one, and that's why I bought this huge 200 milliliter version of this. This is not the typical bottle this comes in. You can usually get it in 3.4 or 1.7 as usual, but this is a huge 200 ml bottle. And I'm definitely going to get a lot of burn of this during the summertime as well as the fall and winter time. You can already see that I've used a lot in a very short period of time. When this runs out, this is definitely something I'm going to buy a second bottle of. I really enjoy it. Now, the reasons why I enjoy this fragrance so much is because of the performance, the sillage and projection, as well as the type of notes that it has and the way it utilizes those notes differently than the original Cool Water. So on the top of this, you're definitely going to get that huge blast of grapefruit that you get from the original Cool Water. You're also going to get Szechuan pepper, and you're going to get ocean notes. And in the mid, you're going to get, in my opinion, the mid notes really don't matter that much in this fragrance because it goes straight to the dry down. You're going to get the sandalwood, the juniper, and the patchouli. Those kind of climb through the fragrance as it dries down, and the patchouli is done really nicely in this. You wouldn't think of this as a patchouli fragrance, and it's not a patchouli dominant fragrance, but it definitely has that kind of undertone that gives you that earthy, outdoorsy vibe, which you get from the patchouli. The juniper kind of comes in and adds a little bit of depth to that patchouli, and then the sandalwood comes in and rounds everything out and makes it very creamy and very relaxing. I think it kind of gives it just a very loungy type of vibe. So if you're looking for something that's kind of relaxing, but it's also very adventurous, kind of outdoorsy in the same sense, it's very versatile, I think this fragrance is going to be right up your alley. Now for me, this does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. It's supposed to remind you of the ocean, Cool Water Wave. It definitely has those ocean notes. You can smell kind of a saltiness in the background of this. It almost kind of goes in the direction of Bulgari's Atlantic, but not in the whole Embroxenbaum kind of way. This retains a freshness that's not annoying, that doesn't smell like every other designer. I don't think that if you've smelled Cool Water on a million people that you're going to smell this and think this is just another typical Davidoff fragrance. To me, this stands out on its own and has its own thing going for it. So for the $42 that I spent on this size bottle, I think it was well worth it, and I have no complaints. Now, because this fragrance is so inexpensive and because you can find it on most discount websites, it's definitely something you can add to your Dumb Beach collection for those things that you don't want to think too much about when you go out in public. You want something that doesn't offend a lot of people, something that's kind of crowd pleasing, but you also want something that makes you kind of stand out and be a little bit unique. I think this is going to get the job done. Now, the sillage and projection and performance on this, in my opinion, is improved from the original. I actually get between 3 and 4 hours of projection, and when I say projection, I mean solid projection. Like as if I'm outdoors and the wind is blowing, I catch consistent whiffs of this just coming off of me. Plus, people around me say that they can smell it too, and I actually get a lot of compliments when I wear this, even more so than the original Cool Water. And so for that, I have to give it the points where it's due. As far as the sillage is concerned, people say they can smell it well behind me when I walk past them, so this does leave a scent cloud. And it's a very fresh, very oceanic, as I said, outdoorsy type of scent cloud. People really, really enjoy this one from my own personal experience. And as I said, performance-wise, even when it starts to sit at a skin scent, you're going to get probably around 7 or 8 hours, as it's still going to be on your skin. It makes you feel very fresh, and it kind of settles close around that 7-hour mark. But I think for a fresh fragrance, this definitely should get some points for that, because this lasts a lot longer than probably some of the other fresh fragrances that you have in your collection. And with that being said, that's pretty much going to wrap this fragrance up. It is, in my opinion, a great buy. And if you're looking for something to kind of add to your summer collection, to kind of diversify a little bit, I think this is going to fit the bill for that. And you can check this out on most discount websites. I'll leave some links below where you can check it out. And don't forget to follow me on all future fragrance journeys right here on Cloudbase Scents. I will see you next time on the next review. Have a good night.